Hey everyone, I hope you are all doing well. I've put this video together today to just share with you a few initial thoughts relating to our journey as a church over the coming weeks out of lockdown into something that will hopefully resemble a bit more of normality. Many of you will know that on Monday evening, the elders and deacons were meeting together on Zoom and we were mapping out a roadmap for us. And over the coming days, we're going to be sending out some material to you, written material, also some videos that will explain what that roadmap or that journey is going to look like for us as a church. However, before we get there, I really don't want us as a church to miss this incredible opportunity that God has given us in this season of together walking out of lockdown. You see, there's a huge danger, particularly after a year of isolation and a year of lockdown, to, as it were, hold our breath through these next weeks and just wait for when we can emerge at the other end. I think that would be a huge mistake for each one of us to take. You see, so often it's in these moments of change, these moments of uncertainty, where God is able to work in us and change us and create within us more and more the likeness of Christ. And so I want to urge all of us to engage in these coming weeks. Engage your heart, engage your thinking, engage relationally in this journey so that together we can walk out of this lockdown. Let me read you some words from Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 to 6. The Apostle Paul writing, he says, "As a prisoner for the Lord, then I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love. Make every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. There is one body and one Spirit, just as you were called to one hope when you were called, one Lord, one faith, one baptism, one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. Be completely humble and gentle. Be patient, bearing with one another in love." Friends, I want to encourage us that as we look to navigate out of this lockdown into some more normal ways, that we would take these words from the Apostle Paul seriously. Let our lives be characterized by humility. None of us in the church have got this all nailed down. None of us have got all of the data that we need for making the best and wisest decisions. Each one of us need to recognize that we need each other. Let us position our hearts with humility as we walk into this. Let us be gentle towards one another. Friends, this has been a year where people have been pounded by isolation, pounded by difficulties, pounded by fear and anxiety. Friends, this is a season for gentleness. I also want to encourage you, this is a season for gentleness in the way that we interact with one another. As I've been looking out over the church over this last year, I've seen people giving their best in an incredibly difficult season. Let's be gentle with one another. Let's be, as it says here, patient with one another. If, as we start to navigate down this road, we don't quite get things perfectly right the first time, friends, let's be patient. This is going to be a challenging journey to unlocking and unfolding and getting things back to a semblance of normality. And so can I encourage you, please be patient with one another, bearing with one another in love. Friends, if we come out of this lockdown and the primary characteristic that we have experienced together and the world has seen is a church community that has acted and expressed love, I think we will have learnt something together as a church. And so can I encourage us, before we get into the detail of what's this roadmap going to look like, what are the dates, what's that going to mean for me as an individual, what's that going to mean for my family, can I encourage you and me to pursue Ephesians 4 verse 2, and that we together will be completely humble, that we'll be gentle, we'll be patient, we'll be bearing with one another in love. Friends, if we give ourselves to that, whatever the end destination looks like, we as a church will have grown and become more like Christ, which is, friends, our goal. Please, can I encourage you, when the material about the roadmap starts to come out, to read it, to watch the videos, to ask questions. If something's not clear, don't just sit on it. Pick up the phone, phone the office, phone one of the elders, phone one of the deacons. We want to do this together. And friends, we're going to need each one of you to play your full part in this coming season if we're going to walk out of this together. I hope this video has been helpful. Look out for the roadmap out of lockdown in the coming days. God bless you all.